Hi everybody, I'm Judy with the White Pigeon Township Library, and I am thrilled to be with Doug Bates today at Designed by Vogt's Floral.
Yes.
We're standing in this beautiful shop, and I know the kind of work you do. I've seen it before, so
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about
Designs
what's going
by Vogt?
on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are, this week is Valentine's week, so we are really gearing up for making sure that we can share the love. You
Share
can
the
edit
love.
this, right?
It's also my birthday.
Spread the love. There we go. That's the word I
There you
was
go,
looking
spread
for.
the love.
Spreading the love. It's traditionally Valentine's is like a guy's holiday, and sometimes guys, for whatever reason, we tend to be like last minute. So we want to make sure that we've got everything that we need, that we've got everything that you need to make sure that you show that special someone in your life how much you care.
Okay,
So,
wonderful.
yeah,
So do
absolutely.
you already have a lot of orders coming in?
We do. We have quite a few orders coming in, and we're starting early because Valentine's Day is on Sunday this
Correct.
year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting early so we can make sure that we can deliver to work, deliver to the offices, things like that. Anytime someone can receive a delivery with an audience, it makes the sender look like a big hero. So
Right.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm also noticing some things you have set up here.
Yes, absolutely. We just had our first terrarium class, our first succulent terrarium class, and we had a really great, it was really well received.
Okay.
It was super popular. We actually had opened it up for just a 2 hours, one class, and we sold out in a day.
Wow.
So we added another section, and so we had two classes on Saturday, and it was fantastic. But this is just some of the things that we have left from it. We wanted to just show them some of the things that they can incorporate into their plants, just to give it some interest. It doesn't have to be full, solid plants. We've got an assortment of sand and some really cool rocks, some different mosses, twigs, branches, pods, some lichen. That all goes together in making just a really unique
Oh, that's beautiful.
succulent garden.
Yeah, and I know these are super popular right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, like I said, it was really fun. We're going to be doing some more classes, so just keep a watch on our
Okay,
Instagram and our
great.
Facebook page for the things that are coming up.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
And you've got other gift items, I see, other than just your arrangements.
we
so-
do. Of course, we do all kinds of plants, flowering plants, and fresh and artificial flowers. But then we also have carry a really extensive line of candles, Tringle candles, Naked Bee, lotion, hand sanitizer, which we all can't get enough of, honestly.
I put some on and it smells
It's
really
fantastic,
nice. Yeah,
isn't it?
it does. It smells great.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we try to keep different lines or different gift things on hand, just so that we've got what people need when they come in
Okay,
and shop.
great. It's a great place to shop for
Yeah.
more than just a flower delivery. So,
Absolutely.
perfect. And I know you've won some awards, Doug.
Oh goodness. Well, yes, we do.
You can go ahead, brag.
Yes, as a matter of fact, way back in 2012, I was Designer of the Year for the Michigan Floral Association.
Fantastic.
Since then, I've been competing in their Academy Division, which is just their upper echelon of floral competitions, and I've won that a couple of times as well, which is really cool. So I'm excited about that. I've got some really cool things kind of in the works in the next 6 to 12 months that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I'm
So-
sure that's a real learning experience too, seeing
Yes.
others work.
And really, I've discovered that the reason why we compete isn't necessarily to win. I think that one of the best reasons for competing in something like that is to learn. Because I always look for feedback. I always look for, how could I have done this better? What would have been a stronger design? What would have been a stronger execution of elements and principles of design? So, absolutely.
All right. Well, I love the way you look at floral design.
Yeah.
That's why you do so many things that are
Thank
out of the
you.
ordinary. I've received flowers from you before, so I'm always thrilled.
Thank you.
All right. So you thought you might put something together for us today?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me get a couple of things set up. and we
Okay,
can
that's
absolutely do
great.
that. Perfect. Thanks so much.
All right, Doug. It looks like you're going to do your magic here for us right
Absolutely.
now. I'm anxious to see how you put this together.
Sweet. One of our most popular designs is a low and lush cube arrangement. We use a lot of these. We send a lot of them out. It's a really great way. It's a nice heavy base, so it's
Okay.
not going to be top heavy or anything like that. It's a great way that be able to put it on the table, and it's not going to be so tall that it's difficult to talk across, but it's still really going to make a statement piece, and people are going to love it, and it's going to look really great in the house. So I'm just going to go, I can go ahead and just jump in, right?
Sure. So what do you have inside of here? I'll ask questions.
So what I have in here is I've got floral foam that's been soaked with floral preservative. So there's flower food in the water when I soak the floral foam. This is really great because they've kind of modified recipes lately. Floral foam has gotten kind of a bad rap, and it actually is, it's biodegradable now, which is really fantastic.
Great.
It's great for the environment. We want to be conscious and be aware of the footprint that we leave, right? This glass container, like I said, it's absolutely beautiful, nice and heavy, and there's plenty of water source so that it's going to keep the flowers looking their best.
Okay.
Right?
Nice reusable container as well.
Absolutely. So I'm going to start with just a little bit of this. This is Salal, and I like it because it holds nice and strong. It's got that great green color, and then because it has these, the leaves branch out, it gives it just a really good shape. So when I start a design, I start with a little bit of the foliage so that I can develop what shape I'd like the arrangement to be in.
Do you have an idea in your mind right now, just by virtue of the flowers that you picked out for this, or are you just like?
A lot of times with the cube, I want to make sure that I'm exercising strong elements and principles in the design.
Okay.
So some of the flowers I'm going to be burying in a little bit lower to create depth. Some of the flowers I'm going to use out a little bit, and that's going to be our focal area.
Okay.
I want to make sure that we're demonstrating strong lines within the design. Line as one of the, I can't remember if it's an element or a principle, honestly, but when you have a strong, solid line in the design, and then you have maybe a secondary line, also where they converge, that's going to be your focal area.
Okay, so almost like a painting then.
Yes, absolutely.
The golden spot, I think
the
they call it.
Fibonacci code.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I love Fibonacci.
Yes.
So it's just very, very cool. This foliage, I unfortunately cannot remember the name of, but it holds really well.
It's pretty.
It comes in a mixed box. I would say almost all actually of the foliage that we use comes from our Florida growers, and it's fantastic that we have suppliers that can bring us such beautiful projects, and they're right here within the United States.
Okay. And this looks sturdy, like it's going to hold up for a while.
Yes, this also is going to hold up really, really well. Now, this is a variegated pittosporum, and I'm going to cut a piece of this short to tuck into, again, we're like that depth that I was talking about. And because it has a little tinge of the variegation on the edge, it's going to draw your eye into the arrangement.
This is lovely already.
This is, I believe that this is a parvifolia eucalyptus, and it's a variety of eucalyptus, so it's got that gorgeous gray-green color.
Okay.
It's been incredibly popular with every single one of our brides.
And does this have the scent
Yes.
that the eucalyptus does? Okay.
Can you, I don't know if you get, actually, right there, you can smell that stem.
Okay. Sort of. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So it's popular not only for the color, which matches a lot of the color palettes that we're seeing, but also for the fragrance. I've got to keep in mind I'm designing for the camera.
So you're really loading this baby up, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I think that when you use an assortment of foliages, it really elevates the feel of the design. When you use just a single type of foliage, it's kind of, it can still be very nice, but incorporating different varieties of foliages within the design really just bump it up and bring it to the next level.
Sort of like being right there in nature.
Exactly. So because these carnations are this really rich red-violet color, I like to incorporate them down low. Again, the dark colors used down deep in the design create depth within the arrangement. And you see what I'm doing, a trick to do with your carnations. If you maybe just get them home from the store, or if you come into the florist and they're not as big and as full as what you want them, you can simply roll them between your fingers while fluffing them out.
Oh.
And you can see that it just makes it that much larger.
Okay.
Yeah. and more showy, if that's what you're going for. This is Matiola. The botanical name is Matiola. Stock is what we commonly call it. And this has an incredibly amazing clove fragrance to it.
It does. Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It is. Beautiful. Some of my favorite colors right there.
Oh, perfect. Now, one of the things that I like to, one of the things about my design is that I tend to group my flowers together. By grouping your flowers, you give each flower a little more visual impact than if you were to, say, break them all up and spread them all evenly throughout the design.
That's interesting, because I think that's what I know I do. I have a tendency to, spread everything out, but
but by grouping them so that they're all kind of growing from the same central point in the arrangement, it sort of gives them more visual impact when you look at them. So it's kind of fun. So when I go to use, I don't know if any of the viewers have used floral foam much, but when you use your floral foam, you want to take off any of the foliage, any of the pieces of foliage that would be down below the stem. It's just going to make for a cleaner insertion into your floral foam, and it's going to help them get those nutrients that, the floral foam has been soaked in the preservative, the flower food. It's going to help get those nutrients to the bloom of the flower, which is right where we want it to go.
Okay. Now, once this is sitting on someone's table, how often would they want to water it?
You're going to want to add water to this container every day.
Every day,
Yes.
okay, because they're going to just soak up that
and
much.
you may not need to add much, but you will. It is always best to add water every single day, because sometimes they just get on a kick and then the flowers are like, "Ooh, I'm really thirsty." This is called an Asiatic lily. A lot of times I've had customers come in and they're looking for they asked for tiger lilies. Now, tiger lilies are those wildflowers that grow along the side of the road. And those generally aren't available commercially. But the Asiatic lilies have a very similar shape. This happens to be a yellow, but we can certainly get them in pink and the orange.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that we just have to explain to customers as they come in. But tiger lily, it's like baby's breath. It's the name that we know. So we use the name that we know, which is kind of fun.
And I can identify those.
These are roses.
It's a rose.
Yes, these are roses. This color is this beautiful peach coral color, and it's called Country Home.
Okay,
and
that's gorgeous.
Again, with this blue, gray, green of the eucalyptus. It makes a gorgeous combination.
Nice combination. I can smell those.
It's been very, very popular for the weddings, both.
Yeah, these
season.
are beautiful. There's so many petals. They're just so dense.
That's what I love about them, is that they've got a high petal count. Now I'm going to hand this one to you.
Okay.
Now you can feel whether or not a rose is old by squeezing its head, and if it feels really dense, then you know that those petals are nice and strong in there, and it's got a nice long.
And it does feel dense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Yeah, I've noticed so many times you'll get roses and there's no aroma to them whatsoever.
Right.
Hello. Just looking.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really well. We're filming
We're doing a little video.
We're filming a little segment
What's that?
for the library.
Are you?
I am. Yes, ma'am.
So he's doing
What you
a
building?
demonstration for us.
So this is just a little accent flower. It's called the Monte Cassino Aster. And generally what I like to do is, so we've got the lines established with the stock, with the pink on this side. And then the deep red violet gives us depth in the arrangement.
Beautiful.
Yellow is the first color that our eyes see. So this kind of jumps out towards you. And then this little bit of the purple is going to give just a little bit of accent throughout the design.
Okay.
So I'm going to add that in just a couple of spots.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, thanks, Joe.
You do a good job.
Thank you.
You be careful in the snow and the wind, Brian.
You do the same.
I'm
Thanks for
staying
stopping.
in.
Exactly.
I don't want to be out in that wind.
No, ma'am. Well, thank you for stopping by. You have a great day.
You too. Keep me in your prayers.
Yes, ma'am.
One of your many admirers, I assume.
Yes.
That's the nice thing about a small town.
Yes,
People
absolutely.
just stop in and everybody
Just
knows
pop in
your
and say
name.
hi.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
wonderful. Oh, that is so gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. And you just put that together just like you knew what you were doing.
Right. So the last thing that I want to add, and let me clean up my mess here. The last thing that I want to add is just a little bit of lily grass. This is the liriope, and again, it's just a decorative grass. It's more. I don't think that we can grow it. I don't think that we can grow it here in the Midwest where it gets so cold in the winters.
It's very stiff.
Yes, it is. And I've just put a little pin onto the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Because what I like to do is tuck one end in on one side, and then on the other side.
Cool. So here's what I always admire about everything I've seen is you always have some kind of a unique finish to it. It's almost like your
Well, again, I was
statement piece.
Thank you. So again, I was talking about where the lines converge, right? That makes your focal area. So this going right over where our focal area is kind of creates a sheltering effect. Again, it gives depth because we've got a layer outside, we've got a layer in the middle, we've got a layer that's deep within with those dark carnations, and it just it creates really something
Yeah, it
unique
just really
and
ties it
something
all together.
interesting to see.
That is beautiful.
Now, because it's Valentine's Day week, we've got to zhuzh it just a little bit,
Okay.
and celebrate the holiday, right?
Great.
So we'll just tuck a couple of these little guys in there,
Lovely.
and then we've got these super cute little XOXO
Aw.
signs, yeah?
That's great.
Right.
Well, I would think the recipient of that would be happier than a clam.
Awesome.
That's
Well, we
beautiful.
certainly hope so. We
That's
certainly
beautiful.
hope so. It's one of the things that I've discovered about our industry, my business, is that it's people that I love. I love interacting with people. I love talking to people. I love getting to know them and hear their stories. And the relationships that we've been able to develop over the years is really something amazing. And flowers happens to be the medium that I get to connect with
Yeah,
them
what a wonderful,
with.
what a wonderful
Yes.
thing. I'm sure you love your profession.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me today. I
You're
sure appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you so much for having us in your store.
Sure.
I know that it's been a while, but Doug was at our library.
Yes.
And you did a workshop for some ladies, and hopefully, when we all get our lives back together, we can welcome you again.
Absolutely.
So
I'm looking forward to that, Judy.
we really
Thank
appreciate
you
your
so
time.
much.
Now, are you available on Facebook?
Yes, please follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, at Designs by Vogt, and if you've got any last minute guys who are wanting to get some Valentine's Day flowers finished, 651-1000 is our phone number.
All right, and you're right downtown Sturgis, and you deliver.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay, take advantage of this, folks.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug.
Absolutely.